In a faraway galaxy called BEDI, there lived a chap called Garth Fader. Garth owns his own fleet of intergalactic taxi spaceships. Of course he does. Garth runs his empire from his Imperial space station. Say hi, Garth.
Hi, Garth.
Oh no, it's already started.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
As with all evil space stations, Garth needed a motley crew to run his. But it's fair to say that the Imperial space station wasn't what you'd call an inclusive place to work. People's differences weren't valued, so much so you literally couldn't tell them apart. Garth literally took a one-size-fits-all approach to uniforms. And if anyone asked for a different size so they could contribute fully, Garth tended to invite them into the Crusher for a permanent holiday. He didn't listen to his crew. If anyone had an idea or spoke up about unfair treatment, he'd just strike them down with his lightsaber. To make matters worse, Garth definitely had his favorites. They didn't get ejected into space when they had an idea. It just wasn't a fair or safe place to work. It wasn't diverse. So, when they all started to leave, Garth knew he had to do something, and fast. He quickly realized he didn't have a very inclusive place to work. So he hired a wise alien called Syra, a special Jedi BEDI alien, to show him the ways of BEDI. All my team are leaving me faster than I can invite them in my Crusher. I have no idea why.
Into the minds of your team shall I look? Inclusive your workplace is not. Live and work by the BEDI code, you must.
Hang on, what's BEDI? What does it stand for?
B stands for belonging. It's the feelings employees get when they know they're welcome and valued, just as they are.
What's that all about?
Well, say you're in a meeting about how to decorate the space station canteen and you ask everyone what they'd like to do with the wallpaper. Someone says they like pink flamingo wallpaper and you zap them with a blaster because you only value the decorating opinions of some of your employees, not all of them.
Awesome.
No, Garth, not okay. That kind of thing is the opposite of making sure all your employees feel they belong. It sends a clear signal that some people's contributions aren't valued. Psychological safety is all about creating a workplace where a team feels like they can be themselves and safely put forward their ideas.
Okay, I see. What about E? Does it stand for evil?
Everybody listens only to Garth.
Not quite. It actually means equity.
You mean equality?
Nope, that's a common misconception. Equality is all about giving everyone access to the same resources and support at work. Equity is about recognising individuals' need for resources, support and adjustments to contribute fully at work instead. It's about removing barriers and creating a workplace where everyone can contribute fully and access the same opportunities. For example, you make all your troopers wear the same size uniform, but the reality is not everyone's the same size. So anyone who isn't exactly the same size as your uniform will be excluded, or at least prevented from doing their best. If you gave people the size of uniform they needed, rather than making them all wear the same size, the outcome would be equal for everyone.
Do you know what the D in BEDI stands for?
Death Star?
You're obsessed, but that's not quite right. D stands for diversity. It's all about valuing all the ways we're different, both visibly and invisibly, and promoting a wide range of different people and perspectives. For example, think about what's left of your team. They don't seem to be that diverse, Garth. Let's say you wanted to design a new spaceship for your fleet. Chances are you'd only be getting one perspective. Diversity of thought encourages innovation. See, people come from many different backgrounds and bring with them many different experiences and traits. If you embrace this, you'll definitely get more creative ideas which are better for innovation.
What about the I? What's that all about?
I is for inclusion. Inclusive workplaces recognize and value the differences in their employees and have employees from diverse backgrounds at every level of the organization. They make sure everyone feels welcome. They challenge workplace norms and think outside the box to actively remove barriers to participation. And they support everyone to thrive at work.
Should I include everyone when I zap someone with the blaster, yes?
B, I wouldn't. It's actually about all the ways your organization makes sure a diverse workforce can truly experience belonging and equity. For example, imagine one of your employees has dyslexia. If you recognize the strengths inherent in a diverse workforce and made adjustments to make sure your colleague could work in a way that worked for them, you'd be embracing inclusion. Inclusive workplaces are healthier, happier places to work. You see, most people don't want to work in a toxic workplace environment, Garth. They want to work somewhere they can safely be themselves and be treated fairly and with respect, not lasers.
So if I focus on belonging, equity, and diversity, I'll be able to build an inclusive workplace, and people will stop leaving?
Bingo. Your workplace will be a much healthier and safer place for everyone to be in.
Ultimately, it's up to you to make the changes and start your journey to be a BEDI Jedi. No one else can get you there. To become a BEDI Jedi and make your workplace inclusive, live and work by the BEDI code you must.